What's your response to that?
Well, first of all, I don't have thin skin. I have very strong, very thick skin. And when somebody's right about me, I always, if you do a report and it's not necessarily positive, but you're right, I never complain.
He's a guy that said some bad about me. He did. But you know what? Every one of the others did also. In fact, if I went by that standard, I don't think I would have ever endorsed anybody in the country. You want to know? They all said bad, but they all came back. But I will tell you, he was tough, but the others were tough, and a lot of them said some really bad things. And ultimately, I put that aside. By the way, he's been incredible in the last period of time, long period of time.
Yeah, Donald Trump went to a rally in Ohio over the weekend to push JD Vance even further. And of course, everyone wondered, man, we remember when JD Vance dragged you in the mud like a dog. And now you're gonna endorse him? Well, he of course brought up there and had to toss in an expletive there to make sure the crowd was still involved. Because once you say a bad word, then the MAGAs will listen. So he did say some bad things about him in the past, but everyone did. Which for some reason, that's not a bad thing in the Republican Party when the entire party says you're a piece of garbage and then afterwards fall back in line. The way he of course pointed out there as well, this weak party just decided to fall back behind him. Of course, we know that he did endorse him over Josh Mandel in Ohio there, who was very upset about that. But let's jump down to this next shot, you guys, because after that, we knew that JD Vance had to make sure he publicly told everyone how sorry he was about what he did to Donald Trump. Maybe this also helped him land this spot at the rally. Watch this.
Sure, well, like a lot of people, I criticized Trump back in 2016, and I'd ask folks not to judge me based on what I said in 2016, because I've been very open about the fact that I did say those critical things, and I regret them, and I regret being wrong about the guy. I think that he was a good president. I think he made a lot of good decisions for people, and I think he took a lot of flack. And as you probably appreciate, Alicia, I've taken a lot of flack myself over the last few years for standing up for the president's voters, but also standing up for the agenda. And I think that's the most important thing is not what you said 5 years ago, but whether you're willing to stand up and take the heat and take the hits for actually defending the interests of the American people, because that's what this business of politics should be all about.
It's a smooth move. Hey, I'm sorry, I actually liked the guy. You know what? The best thing about this is that I learned how to be a better person. You know what? I take those hits just like Donald Trump. Also, now you're like Donald Trump. But previous to that, you deleted tweets that said things like this. Let's look at some of these deleted tweets that JD Vance had in the past. Trump makes people I care about afraid. Immigrants, Muslims, etc. Because of this, I find him reprehensible. God wants better of us. You can't take back what God wants. When Christians talk to God, they know what he's saying. So how does that change? Did God change his mind, or did just you change your mind? Now you're against God. Anyways, here's another one of these deleted tweets. And it was the cosmopolitan conservatives like Moore and Kudlow who shamefully apologized for him. That's true. Also, he said, in 4 years, I hope people remember that it was those of us who empathized with Trump's voters who fought him most aggressively. Well, I guess in 4 years, we're not gonna remember that because you're no longer fighting him and you also delete those tweets.